Yo, before we start today's video, I wanted to read off our man's stats. Jalen Suggs has averaged 20 points per game in his 2 games, 43% from the field, 42% from 3 on 6 attempts per game, 8.5 rebounds, 3 assists, 1.5 blocks, 1.5 steals. Let's get right into it. Let me hear those comments down below. Yo, what's going on, guys? And today I wanted to talk about my man Jalen Suggs and why I believe he might actually win Rookie of the Year. He might be the actual player in this draft that we see him come into a team like Kate Cunningham. I don't know if they're going to be a playoff team. Like, I think they could be a play-in team, but I don't know if they're going to be a playoff team. They got Evan Mobley and Jalen Green. I don't think either of those teams can be more than just a play-in team. I think Jalen Suggs, and same thing with Scottie Barnes. Well, Jalen Suggs and Scottie Barnes are both guys in a position where their team could be like this, the 6th seed, okay? And I know that'd be a far stretch, okay? Like, if we look at this roster, they have a logjam at the center position with, now that they brought in Mo Wagner and Robin Lopez, Wendell Carter Jr., and Mo Bamba. I would start Mo Bamba personally, and then have Wendell Carter back him up until he decide who's better. But either way, this isn't the video. The video is, look, the point guard position is Markelle Fultz, Cole Anthony, Michael Carter Williams, RJ Hampton, and Jalen Suggs. Okay? And I expect Markelle Fultz is going to probably going to be brought back like D'Angelo Russell. If they do start him, he's going to start off as the 6th man and then be brought back. I think to start the year, Cole Anthony will start with Jalen Suggs backing him up and RJ Hampton playing shooting guard, with Michael Carter Williams playing the 3rd string point guard and being also a little bit of a small forward shooting guard. And I think Jalen Suggs right here, I would love if this team didn't play Gary Harris or Terrence Ross, but they have players that make it. Like, I love the idea of, Franz Wagner starting at small forward, maybe having Terrence Ross back him up, then Jonathan Isaac at power forward. And look, guys, before I say this name, I used to say Chuma Okeke. Then people told me it was Chuma Okeke, and I've gone with Okeke. Made a video the other day. Someone corrected me saying it was Okeke. So please tell me, is it Chuma Okeke or Okeke? Okay, I'm going with Okeke because that's what I was corrected to say. And I like him being the backup power forward for Jonathan Isaac. Then you have the 4-man center rotation that maybe you could start getting some pick and rolls going with. I just like the idea of, like, first off, Jalen Suggs, if you guys have not followed them in the tournament, okay? Or the Summer League is the word to be exact. He's actually been pretty impressive, if I'd have to say so myself. This man has averaged in 2 games. He's averaged in 27.1 minutes per game. He's at 20 points per game. He's shot 43% from the field, 41.7% from 3 on 6 attempts per game, 71.4% from the free throw line. He's dished out 3 assists, has 8.5 rebounds per game, and he's a guy who has 1.5 blocks and steals per game. Yes, in those 2 games. Still, I think that's so impressive that he's been able to do that. Just been dominant, okay? And I think Jalen Suggs' season ends, we could see the starting lineup look like this. Jalen Suggs, RJ Hampton, Franz Wagner, Jonathan Isaac, and I want to say it might be Wendell Carter Jr. I've watched Mo Bamba now for 3 years, and I'm putting my money more that he's a bust than he's actually going to figure it out. And I'd rather go with Wendell Carter, that he needed a fresh start. And even though my roommates last year were Bulls fans and they hated Wendell Carter Jr., he looked impressive for us. But I really I think Gary Harris, they might just buy out, or, his contract isn't guaranteed. It's like, if they release him now, it's dead cap, but like, it's only for this year, so they could really just not play him. Terrence Ross is somebody they could move his contract a lot easier than Gary Harris is. So I expect Gary Harris, Terrence Ross, and most likely Robin Lopez, and maybe even Michael Carter Williams come season end. Like, I think Michael Carter Williams and Robin Lopez will be kept for a veteran presence. But I think Gary Harris and Terrence Ross will be two guys that I think will be contracts that they'll definitely want to move. I don't see the purpose on why they would want to keep them, you know? Why would you, you know? And this is a team that they also have in free agency that they have rights to. Chance and Randall, but I doubt that, you know? I doubt they do. And they could use their biannual exception. Like right now they have 14 players on the rosters and they don't even have any two-way contracts. So they still could go and get a guy. I think it's definitely still going to be interesting. We still got time. It's early in the season. I think Jalen Suggs, the end of the year, Jalen Suggs, RJ Hampton, Franz Wagner, Jonathan Isaac, and Wendell Carter Jr. will be the starting lineup. But besides that, I think you look at this and you're like, I think Jalen Suggs is the best player on this team. Has the most potential. I don't know. Like, look, I really like him. And hey, I really hope he's the future. I think he's the type of guy who's going to lead this team to, you know, the playoffs this year. Like, he has the ability, you know? So, I think I have just enjoyed watching him, and he's just been dominant. He's been fun. So I want to hear you guys' opinions down below. That's it. Comment, like, do all that good stuff. That's basically it. I don't even know where will we go from this? Huh? No idea. Y'all are probably just gonna like see the same highlights all over again. Am I looking at the right one? I don't even know. I'm out of here. Or I don't want to be the guy just sitting here. I'm bye.